This is a story that ended in tragedy and was traumatizing for everyone involved. It was a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon 9 days ago at the popular Frenchman's Bay in Pickering when things went horribly wrong for a little boy who had drifted too far from the shore. His mother and her male friend rushed into the water to try to save him, but none of them could swim. That was when 22-year-old Leighton Elliott snapped into action.
We saw like this girl screaming and flopping around and this man yelling, so I ran right in.
Leighton Elliott was playing catch with his buddy not far from the beach, which is near the foot of Liverpool Road in Pickering. When he heard the cries for help, he stripped off his shirt and shoes and dove into the cold waters of Lake Ontario. The male friend had managed to make his way back to shore, but the 6-year-old boy who had been playing on an inflatable raft and his mother were in serious trouble and had to be rescued.
So when I ran out, I swam. I was holding them both like this. I was just kicking my feet, trying to bring them both back in as far as I can. Yeah, and I just couldn't hang on to the mom because she was freaking out too much. So I had to let the mom go, and I brought the kid in, brought him in. My buddy Kyle picked him up, and then I went to turn around and go back for the mom, but I was just exhausted. The cold water hit me in the stomach. I couldn't breathe, so I stood up and just collapsed down. So we had, there ended up being another man ran out to go and get her, but by that time she was already face down in the water, so sadly she didn't make it.
Leighton says the pair was about 70 feet out, or 21 meters. Leighton considers himself a strong swimmer and is glad that he was able to save the boy, but he's filled with anguish that he couldn't have done more to help.
You know, I wish I could have gotten the mom. I wish I could have just stood up and grabbed her strong enough to pull them both in at the same time, and so it's been really hard to deal with that. But it kept me up a few nights for sure.
I'm sure. Bystanders on the beach, which is now marked with a memorial of flowers, tried to perform CPR until emergency crews could get there and take over. The 33-year-old woman from Oshawa was taken to hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Her little boy was not injured. Leighton was surprised by how few people on the beach could swim. Even his friend Kyle couldn't swim.
After all the commotion started, there must have been at least 50 people all standing around, and nobody could swim or nobody went out to help or anything like that.
Stats show approximately 166 people die in preventable water-related incidents every year in Ontario. Police say even one is too many.
If you're a parent, a great piece of advice is just keep your child within an arm's length. Just be right there, because something bad can happen very quickly.
A GoFundMe account has raised $20,000 for the mother's family, and Leighton Elliott tells me the family has been in contact with him and invited him to dinner so they can properly thank him for what he did.